Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Whether it's for a broken bone or for preventative medicine, many of us needed an X-ray at one time or another. The residents of Vilna and Saddle Lake are no different, but due to a decision by AHS, they must now travel upwards of an hour each way on Highway 28, the road the Premier has called the worst in the entire province, to receive the same services that were once available right at home. It's unacceptable. Does the new minister agree with the decision made by AHS?
Mr. Speaker, we're constantly arguing whether or not AHS spends too much money or they're spending not in the right ways. AHS has the ability to make decisions about what projects they support and don't support, what equipment they keep in and don't keep in order to supply service to communities. I think in this particular instance, the machine was old and was decommissioned, and we'll then look now what we can do to replace it to help the community out, but they took the steps in order to deal with what it was.
For supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. He brings up money. Given that the local Firefighters Association has expressed their willingness to raise money to ensure their friends and neighbours receive the health care they need, and given that AHS has told them in no uncertain terms they won't allow the local community leaders to raise the money, can the minister explain why AHS believes the residents of Vilna shouldn't receive the health care they need?
Mr. Speaker, we very much appreciate the firefighters or any philanthropic organization making efforts to raise money to help with the healthcare system. It's done throughout the province. But that's the capital side. There's an operating side, and so whenever we do something, we have to realize the machine must operate, must be people that operate, and that costs money, and has to have a budget. So in order to do that, we need to make sure that that money is available, and we'd be glad to look into that.
Final supplemental.
You should just let them know the amount, given that this is a critical need for the residents of Vilna and Saddle Lake, and given that the community is willing to raise money for this vital piece of healthcare infrastructure. Will the minister commit today, right now, to allowing the residents of Vilna to get their X-ray machine back?
Mr. Speaker, we will not commit to anything today. We believe that Alberta Health Services investigated what was needed. What we will commit to is look into what happened and let this House know how we might be able to be of help to that community. We are looking at our rural health strategy, and rural Alberta is vitally important to this government, and we'll continue to work with them, and we'll be glad to look into it.